Hello Internet, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, so I thought I'd show you my new motorcycle. Recently I bought a Ninja 500. It's a great bike. Funny thing is I didn't actually go to the dealer, wanting to buy a Ninja 500. I actually wanted a Ninja 300, just because when I was shopping around, Ninja 300 just came out, and that was in August, I think. It was a great bike. It had everything that a beginner biker needs. It had fuel injection. It had 250cc of power. That's easy to handle, at least from what the forum says. I haven't ridden one yet, but when I got to the dealer actually told me that it's not very wise to buy a new bike as a first bike, because most people drop the bike on within the first 100 miles or so with absolutely no experience, which for me, yes, I never had ridden a manual. I've never driven a manual or rode a bike, or a dirt bike for that matter, before I bought this motorcycle. So my buddy that went with me to get the bike was also against buying a new bike. So what I did is that I decided on buying a much cheaper solution, and turns out to be a very good purchase. And this is why. So while I was riding back, because I personally like to jump in head into deep end first, and instead of having the bike delivered to my apartment and practicing in the parking lot, I decided to take it on the road because I was so excited. And within the first 20 miles, a car pulled in front of me and brake checked me. So being a complete newbie at riding motorcycles, I grabbed the front brake as hard as I could to slow down, and the front wheel locked up and the bike tipped over. Luckily, I think I was only going at 15 miles an hour at a time, so the damage wasn't too extent. I just basically lost the side fairing here, so it wasn't too bad. Scratched up some parts of the rear peg. I had the rear brake bent, but then I had to straighten out, just taking a pipe and then just twisting it back. So that wasn't too bad. But other than this ugly coolant box, it was damage wasn't to extent, and bike was completely rideable. Taught me a great lesson about not locking up my front wheels. So, but otherwise, I think this bike was a really good purchase. The power on it is really easy to handle. It's really easy to handle because it's not like a burst of power when you release the throttle. When you open the throttle up, it doesn't just shoot forward. It just takes it slowly and very manageable. So I personally think it's a great bike to start on. Although it does go to quite high speed, because it is a 500 engine, and it'll still go up to 130 miles an hour. I wouldn't know. I never took it that fast. But yeah, it's a great bike.